President Trump's new communications director did not last long. Anthony Scaramucci, appointed 10 days ago, was ousted yesterday by the president's new chief of staff.
Retired Marine General John Kelly has the job of restoring order in the White House. In January, at his confirmation hearing to be Homeland Security Secretary, Kelly talked about how he likes to run an organization.
I've never had a problem speaking truth to power, and I firmly believe that those in power deserve full candor in my honest assessment and recommendations. I also value people that work for me speaking truth to power.
Major Garrett is at the White House. Major, is this how General Kelly plans to run the White House?
It is, and I will tell you, I'll get to some of the mechanics in a minute, but one of the most important characteristics General Kelly brings to this job is that he can walk into a room and own the room. His physical bearing, his sense of self-confidence, his military discipline. Why does this matter? Because for President Trump, that ability matters almost more than anything else. To walk into a room and own it like the president believes he does. So with that bearing, the president hopes General Kelly will impose discipline, create focus, and make meetings on process the ones that actually matter, and eliminate the ongoing process here in the White House of secondary or third level meetings, actually getting back to the president and bringing a process to a head. What Kelly wants to do is create the agenda and the process that amplify the president's strengths and minimize his weaknesses.
Major, can we expect the general to be cleaning house here? And how secure is Steve Bannon, who was attacked by Anthony Scaramucci in that New Yorker piece?
Well, Mooch is out. Steve Bannon is still here. So that's one indication that General Kelly wants, to use a military phrase, unit cohesion, people working on the same page. Now, Steve Bannon has, for one example, been pushing a much higher tax income rate for the wealthy and tax reform. The White House doesn't support that, so on policy, he lost that one. But that ebbs and flows in the White House. No sense anyone in a senior position is in jeopardy, at least not right now.
Major, was General Kelly the first choice among people advising the president?
I believe he was the first choice willing to take the job and had those characteristics the president wanted. It was a three-tiered process. Will you take the job? Do you have what it takes? And am I willing and ready to get rid of Reince Priebus? All these came together to bring Kelly where he is now.
Had General Kelly refused the job earlier?
Not that I'm aware of, but the president was looking for people who could, at the right moment, take this job, and he found Kelly. And it's important to point out on this. When the first travel ban was put together, that process, from Kelly's point of view at the Department of Homeland Security, was a disaster. He gave his objections directly to the president. The second process, which Kelly ran, was much more organized and disciplined. That's an example of Kelly's relationship with this president.
All right, Major Garrett at the White House. Major, thanks.